thought I would leave the gospel open, but then again, I better not try my luck after losing that microphone. You know, as you get older, the littlest things become real pains in the butt. And you have no choice, you have to just keep on going. You know, there are times, and I can look around the room and see lots of heads, there are times when you just want to say, oh God, I'm a mess, just go ahead, take me. I'm ready to go. But thank God, God doesn't listen to me. Because then I come to my senses and I realize, you know what, my life is pretty good. I have lots of good friends. I have lots of opportunities to meet new people. I have diverse things going on in my life. It's not so bad after all. So every now and then, like this morning when I was in the shower and I slipped and fell, I do. I stop and I feel my bruises and I'm like, nothing's broken. So I get up and I go again. And you keep on doing it. That's the dawn of wisdom. You realize that life is never perfect, no matter what age you are. That there's always things you want, things you need, things you have to do, things you haven't done yet. And you keep on going, because the joy of living is that around the corner is something new. Someone new who's going to change your life, who's going to really add to your life, who's going to need you. And there you are, provided by God in that moment. Now, if you would take that reading from the book of Kings there at the beginning, that talks about Solomon seeking the wisdom of God, you're hearing in this reading a nice swept under the table kind of story. But because Solomon is considered such a great king in Israel, the only really great king, we honor him in this reading by not reading what goes before. Because what goes before is David near death. His father, King David, is near death, and David gives young boy Solomon instructions on how to become king right away. And how do you do that? You kill off all the people I don't like. That's what he does. He tells Solomon, this one's no good. He's plotted against the kingdom. He's plotted against God. Do him in. And so at the very beginning, and he says, I am a young man. I need your wisdom. I need to know what's the right thing to do. And so this dream is after the fact, after all these people have been put to death. Now Solomon would know the kind of inequities they have committed, the things that they have done that have offended David as his father, the king. And he knows that he is the king. And he, like it or not, he has to lead, he has to rule. But he is saying to God, I am not prepared. Now, I don't know about you, but in most situations where I have gone in new, I never feel prepared. I went down in the city and I had one parish one day, and then I was there for 2 years, and then I had 3 parishes. Hello? What do you do? How do you go from one faith community to 3 faith communities? It was not easy. But the one thing that I have learned, the wisdom that I have gained, is that no matter where you are, there will be people there to help you. So when I go to new parishes now, it doesn't bother me at all. Because I know I'm going to meet somebody in that, and we were talking about this just before Mass. There's always somebody in every parish, no matter how big or small, there's somebody there who is the heart of the parish, who keeps the machinery going. who oils the gears, who turns on the lights, who turns on the microphone. And that's everywhere you go. And why is that? Because God's people have taken the word and planted it in their heart, and it's alive and well. You are a living, breathing community of faith. Individually, you are stars in the eyes of God, but collectively, you are a constellation of light, bringing hope and promise to this community, to this neighborhood, to your neighbors, to the strangers you do not know. We have at Resurrection, we used to do it every day. Thank God we don't anymore. We used to do a 6:30 a.m. Mass every day, and we only do that now on Friday. And I actually do not mind the 6:30 Mass. I like it. It's a nice, quiet time, and there's definitely a congregation there. And so when I have that Mass, nowadays, as a retiree, I'm like, oh, okay, I can do 6:30, no problem. I don't have anything else going on for the rest of the day, no problem. But when I was working full-time, and I had the chaplaincy at the hospital, and I was an associate in the parish, and I went to nursing homes for Mass on a regular basis, I was coming and going, and I was meeting myself coming and going, and that's all that I did, was come and go. And I have to tell you, I love retirement. I love it. Because I can now take care of me and not have to worry about the parish or the people in the parish. And what I find now, one of those gifts of serving God, is that my parishioners want to take care of me. They want me to have a good life. They want me to enjoy my life. And they want me to relax and do what I want. Except when they want something, of course. Which is okay. Which is okay. Pope Francis, years ago now, said he wanted his priests to smell like the sheep. And I thought that was like really profound. And the more I think about it, that's the wisdom of Solomon. That man has the wisdom of Solomon. He wants us to be with you, to walk with you, to listen to you, to laugh with you, to cry with you, and simply just to be there with you. And that's what Solomon is praying about in this dream. Lord, give me the wisdom I need to be your faithful servant, to make the just decisions, not just any decision, but the just decision. And we, as Catholic men and women, Christian men and women, we know that we have been called by Jesus Christ personally, we have been called by Jesus to walk in his ways and to be emissaries of his love in the world. And just like Solomon, we need to grow in wisdom each and every day. And we need to work at it each and every day. And there will be days where you will not feel you've done anything good for God. And then out of the blue, someone will say, thank you for being there. Thank you for answering the phone. Thank you for getting up and getting me what I need. Thank you for being a Christian. We have that opportunity each and every day to serve God. But we also need to see God. We need to touch the Lord Jesus. We need to feel his hand in our hands. And we do that right here in this very room. That's what makes this special, this moment special, because it gives us the opportunity to share Jesus together and to grow in the knowledge that God's love for us will never go away. And no matter how many mistakes we might make along the way, God's mercy is always there and available. And even if we don't make the right decision, forgiveness is available. A new beginning is available. A new path is made known. That's because God is with us. Solomon comes to realize that and becomes the greatest king of Israel. Jesus knew what that pearl of great price was all about. It was all about growing in the wisdom and the knowledge of God so that we could create this great kingdom here on earth, so that we could celebrate constantly the blessing that we have in the person of Jesus. Today, in this moment, in this hour, it's a time of celebration. It's a time of thanksgiving, and it's a time of petition, seeking all that we possibly can get from the Lord Jesus, who is about to feed us and send us out into that world that's confused and lost and angry. You think about how many people get on airplanes these days and get in arguments over nothing because they're angry. They don't know why they're angry. They don't have the mercy of God. It's that simple. They have thrown Jesus out with the trash, and they're wailing and flaying in the darkness. And you and I can be their light. We can be their hope. We can help them find their way home because we seek the wisdom of God in every prayer, in every Mass, in every moment of our day.